We are 2 weeks away from Election Day, and we'll soon know who will be Texas's next governor. Democratic candidate Wendy Davis is launching the campaign ads in fury, trying to gain ground against Republican Greg Abbott in the race. But will it be enough? In a recent poll, Greg Abbott continued to hang on to the lead with 51% against Wendy Davis's 40%. Joining us now to talk about this, Executive Director of the Travis County Democrats J.D. and GOP consultant Rob Johnson. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks, Christine.
J.D., I'll begin with you. Do the ads run by the Wendy Davis campaign help or hurt her? And I'll say up front that both parties, both Republican and Democrat, some people in either party come out saying these are just too callous.
Well, it's okay that some people say that. The truth is that these are based on reality. It's been proven that Greg Abbott is a hypocrite who's not in it for everyday Texans. He's only in it for the insiders. And right now, the ads of Wendy Davis reflect that. If it stings because it's true. And just because people don't like it doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. I will also say that the polls have shown that we're consistently closing the gap. But in 1990, a poll never showed Ann Richards was going to win. And I think right now we're going to see the same thing. It'll probably show us down the whole way till the end. But we're gonna keep going hard. We're going to keep talking to the right voters, and we're going to keep hitting with hard ads. And we're going to make sure that every Texan knows that their vote matters and they need to get out and vote. Rob
Johnson, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I don't know what polls J.D. is looking at. It's clear that these ads are hurting the campaign. I didn't know there was it was possible to make her campaign worse, but she's found a way with these ads. She skipped the kitchen sink and went straight to the garbage disposal and has just thrown it all over our television screens. In all candor, I have never seen a worse run gubernatorial race in my lifetime, and that includes one that had Kinky Friedman as a candidate.
All right, J.D., the polls show her losing some ground to Greg Abbott there, as we all see. Are these polls giving us a true reflection of how the voters feel? Because we are hearing again from both parties saying this is getting very dirty.
Well, one, I think the ads are coming from nasty on both sides. I think right now both campaigns are hitting hard. I really don't know which Democrats are saying that we shouldn't be hitting hard. We obviously should be hitting hard. And I don't think that the polls are the full story, absolutely at all. Right now we are running an unprecedented ground game operation. We are talking to the right voters. We have better targeting. We have better field organizing. And right now we're seeing a dramatic increase in turnout. So if only the likely voters come, it's probably true. They've never really voted for the Democrat. We probably won't win. But right now we're seeing an increase in the unlikely voters. We're seeing more African American voters. We're seeing more Hispanic voters across the entire state. More people are getting out and making their vote matter, and that's a result of actually very
Rob,
well.
I'll let you jump in here.
Yeah, I mean, J.D., come on. What Democrats, even Rachel Maddow on MSNBC has thrown this campaign off her list and says it's a lost cause. I mean, the Democratic Party in Hidalgo County has taken Wendy Davis off their advertising. The battleground Texas people are already starting the blame game. The Democrats are starting the blame game, saying it's not the Democrats' fault, it's this terrible campaign's fault. There is a huge problem, and Wendy Davis is the head of the ticket, and she's leading that problem. And I'm sorry you have to defend her, J.D.
Hey, no, it's okay. I'm proud to defend her. We're working really hard. Battleground Texas is in the Travis County Coordinated Campaign Office, and I can assure you no one is pointing fingers or doing the blame game right now. We're all working really hard. Just last weekend, we knocked on a couple 100,000 doors, and in the next 2 weeks, we're going to...
Talking about rallying the troops, I understand, but Rob, I want to jump in here, and we were talking about the record number of people who have registered to vote. How do you think this is going to affect that campaign?
I think that more Republicans have registered to vote, and I think that that will play out on Election Day. People are going to the poll in droves. Most of those are Republican voters. Greg Abbott has a commanding lead, and he's going to be the next governor of the state of Texas.
Yesterday, the Republicans said exactly the same thing, that more Republicans are registering to vote. But if you actually look at who registered to vote, it's clear that people are registering to vote in Democratic strongholds. And I hate to break it to them, but we're registering voters across the state. We have a strong organization in deep Republican territory. We have it in the urban areas.
Well, J.D., let me ask you, though, how do you respond to places like Hidalgo County who are distancing themselves
Well,
from
so
Wendy
if you actually
Davis?
read what the Hidalgo County chair said, he said because Battleground Texas is doing so much, and they are already pushing so much Wendy Davis literature out there, that it's important that people know about the entire ticket. And that's true. People can vote the straight ticket. The Wendy Davis campaign is absolutely in full force, and across the state, allied organizations like Battleground, like the Democratic Party, are supplementing that with more information. So for my job, I have to push the whole Democratic ticket. It's not just about Wendy Davis.
But why would you take the top of the ticket off of your advertising unless she was a drag on
because
it?
There's
consistently the polls have not only shown her losing, but
because
they have
there's
shown
already
that
another
Texans
piece of Wendy Davis literature also there. There's already another piece of Wendy Davis literature there. So we are absolutely out in force talking about Wendy Davis and the entire
Guys,
ticket.
thank you, thank you. I think we can both agree, at least this is entertaining politics, at least for this session.
Right.
All right,
It's
Rob
almost
Johnson.
over.
Yes, Rob Johnson and J.D. Gins tonight. Thank you for your insight.
Thanks,
Thank
Christine.
you.